Hello, my name is Yuschenko and I'm a Russian content creator in China and also an international student from Tsinghua University majoring in international relations. As someone born in Russia, the Second World War was never just a chapter in a textbook for me. It lived in my family, in the quiet memories of my grandparents, in the black and white photos tucked into old drawers, in the stories passed down from my family. My great-grandparents, they lived through that war. Some fought, some waited. All of them survived something we can barely imagine today. When we talk about the Second World War, or as we call it, the Great Patriotic War, we often focus on our own national experience. But in recent years, I've been learning more about how others suffered and resisted too, especially in China, where the people endured a brutal invasion by Japan in what's known as the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. The more I learned, the more I saw how our histories reflect each other. The stories of destroyed cities, massacred civilians, and unimaginable resilience remind me of Leningrad, Stalingrad, and of the deep scars still visible across Eastern Europe. The 19 massacre, for example, where hundreds of thousands of civilians were killed, is a horror that mirrors the tragedies our own ancestors lived through. This war was not fought by one country only. It was a global resistance, a human resistance against fascism, cruelty, and dehumanization. As a member of Generation Z, I often ask myself, what are we supposed to do with this history? How can we carry a memory we didn't live through? But then I remember my grandparents, their quiet strength, their belief that peace was something sacred and never to be taken for granted. That, I think, is our responsibility. Our generation has grown up in a very different world, more connected, more digital, but also more uncertain. Even though we didn't live through a world war, we're watching new conflicts unfold, new divisions grow, and new threats appear. And this is why we must remember, not just with our minds, but with our hearts, that the peace is not just the absence of war. It is the presence of compassion, of dialogue, of justice. And we must build this peace every day with our words, our actions, and our choices. And we must also recognize the signs of hatred when they begin to appear online, in politics, in how people are treated because of who they are and where they come from. We've seen the world stay silent. And what happens when the world stays silent? We don't have that excuse anymore. What I hope, what I truly believe, is that our generation can carry this memory into something powerful, that we can be the generation that chooses cooperation over conflict, understanding over fear, and peace over pride. Our great-grandparents fought for a future they would never see. We are that future. Let's make it one they would be proud of.